RTX Technology Showcase is an application built from NVIDIA's RTX Unreal Engine 4.26 branch. It takes advantage of the latest technology offerings we have in our NVRTX Unreal Engine 4 code branch. Everything from ray trace reflections, ray trace shadows, ray trace translucency, and RTX GI follow industry DXR standards. This also utilizes NVIDIA's DLSS, available as well for mainline Unreal Engine. This is the home screen when you first launch the application. To the bottom right of the attic title photo, you will see resolutions to pick from, as well as a window full screen toggle. Please keep in mind that the resolution picker will only pick up as high as your native desktop resolution. Upon load-in, to the left of the screen is a UI bar that houses different toggles and tools to better visualize RTX. At the top, there are 5 different camera presets. 4 of the camera presets are designated to specific ray tracing technology. Below the camera presets is a first-person toggle to give the ability for users to run around the level as a character as opposed to flying. Next, we have our main RTX toggle, where you can turn on all RTX and off. This is also mapped to the spacebar key. There are toggles available for each individual ray tracing feature along with DLSS. We've provided different tools that interact with the scene in different ways to play around with real-time ray tracing in DLSS. We highly recommend you check it out. Next is the time of day slider. You may have noticed that the time of day slowly changes automatically. This is so we can visualize ray tracing, especially RTX GI, work dynamically. To the bottom right of the screen is the RTX badge indicating if RTX is on or off. To the top right of the screen, there's an FPS counter to visualize your machine's performance. There are label toggle buttons available in the UI to remove from the screen. You can also choose to close the UI menu by pressing the X or using the UI toggle mapped to the Tab key on your keyboard. Digging deeper into the ray tracing features, let's take a closer look at the camera presets. RTX GI is a new form of fast, scalable, and dynamic global illumination invented by NVIDIA. It has high performance, is resolution independent, and high quality. With RTX hardware, it costs 2 milliseconds or less for most scenes. Today, it is available as an SDK and as a UE4 plugin. In RTX Technology Showcase, it's being used to generate infinite bounce lighting from lights and emissive surfaces. A great representation of this is following the time of day changes where the global illumination is fully dynamic. Ray trace translucency takes advantage of some of the NVRTX branch-specific enhancements. Proper depth sorting is used with multiple translucent objects in front of each other, which is a standard feature that ray tracing brings to the table. There are also NVRTX features like hybrid translucency. Hybrid translucency gives the ability to have increased accuracy of ray trace translucency while having greater compatibility with particles and materials at a higher performance level. Ray trace reflections allow for accurate and dynamic reflections around corners and behind the camera. The end user can see details that would otherwise be hidden. Mirrors and other reflective surfaces in the showcase demonstrate this behavior. Ray trace shadows provide for greater accuracy and more options than older raster methods. In RTX Technology Showcase, this includes both direct shadows from light sources as well as ambient occlusion. This allows for a greater dynamic range in shadow behavior as well as a more realistic behavior. Ray trace shadows are done fully dynamic, showing time of day changes in some of the different lighting scenarios possible. Be sure to check out the volumetric fog shadows, an exclusive feature of NVRTX. DLSS brings both performance and image quality gains that can be used in a ray trace scene. It requires a Tensor Core GPU, an RTX card, to do this real-time enhancement, but the results largely speak for itself. The RTX Technology Showcase make use of many different kinds of graphics, materials, triangle densities, image effects, etc. that DLSS can all equally handle. Depending on your resolution in DLSS mode, you can get up to 300% frames per second boost. Thank you for walking through the RTX Technology Showcase with us. In conclusion, we will provide direct links to the technologies showcased in this application.